Hey everyone, welcome back, and we're going to continue on with our countdown, or count up, excuse me, to 221 and 222. And these guys, by the time you see this, it's been almost well into the end of the month, halfway through the month, and they had a chance at the world tag titles. They unfortunately didn't win them last night, but it is Julius Creed and Brutus Creed, the Creed brothers, or I think it's now known as American Made. Now the decals are from Curb Stomp. These were tires they did kind of wear. The formulas, this is where one of the Rick Steiners went. So like I said, if I'd known he was going to, or Scott Steiner, excuse me, if I'd known how expensive they were going to become, I might have bought one more before I, lost the chance to get them for a reasonable amount of money. The heads came from, I believe, Heteration actually had these two. They were like brothers of Creed or something like that is what they labeled under, or Diamond Brothers or something like that. So phenomenal job though. Cujo, of course, if you know the Scott Steiner singlet, he had to paint it all black, and then he put the decals on there smooth as could be. This one actually took Mankind torso, and again I kind of just took the formula of buffer arms, switched out the legs. I forget whose legs I used, but they did have obviously the lower, I want to say maybe Stunning Steve Austin legs, possibly Stunning Steve Austin legs. Obviously, the boots were painted white to match up the attire. I mean, he did a clean job on this one for sure. And Mankind had a little bit of a different tone of color. Obviously, you can see the difference in the skin tone colors a little bit. And from what I can tell, that's kind of accurate with how those two are anyway. So phenomenal job. I'm going to carefully just, nothing on the back for Brutus. I don't think that's the same for Julius as well. Yeah, so all just kind of front design. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But still, nonetheless, phenomenal job. Obviously, the formula for Mankind, not as expensive to make a Brutus, but if you want to make Julius the way I made Julius, well, that Scott Steiner figure is going to cost you nowadays. Yeah, wow. It's crazy how some of these, I've been looking online and whatnot. It's crazy how prices are just skyrocketing on Usos and these guys. Like, just, I don't know, maybe it's like WrestleMania time. People are trying to get as much money as they can to go get tickets to WrestleMania. So I mean, play the long game. You might find one here and there for reasonable price. Sometimes I list stuff that's way underpriced. I didn't realize it. Like with DC, I remember I sold off something for DC for like, I think it was only like $60, and then we're going for $125 to $150 on there. So it snagged quickly, and someone goes, "Man, I'm mad that I missed out on this." I'm like, well, I'm mad I missed out on the increase in the price, but then again, I wasn't trying to gouge people. I'm just trying to downsize stuff because I got another priority in my life. But point is, you want to make these guys, well, again, super expensive to get that body part. Not super bad for this one. So Brutus probably, I mean, I guess you could also just, go with another Mankind and, but I do feel like there is definitely a little bit of a height difference. There's definitely a height difference. I looked them up on their height and their scaling. I've been trying to do that. So sometimes people go, the formulas, why do you choose the formulas you choose? I look at the height. And that's one of the reasons why, if you see a guy who's 6'9", he's not going to look like next to Stone. He's going to tower over Stone Cold. He's only like 6'3". And I try to scale them the best I can. You won't see a Rey Mysterio and Kane the same height, at least if I can help it, in my custom world. So that's one of the reasons that, I'm doing this way that I do them, the formulas I choose to do. So stay tuned down the road too when you see where the other Scott Steiner body went, and I think you'll be pretty happy with how it looks. But again, man, I kicked myself. I should have bought one more of those when they were just $38. 221, 222. Check back tomorrow for 223.